Hello and welcome back to this introductory course on the principles of strategy. My name is Palayo Motosho. This is the fourth lesson in the series and our last chapter in the strategic position circle of the Exploring Strategy framework. In the next lesson, you will begin to look at strategy in action and leadership. This lesson, however, focuses on culture and history and corresponds to Chapter 6 of the textbook, Exploring Strategy. I remind you to go through the textbook, do the exercises in the chapter, and reference additional readings to get the most out of the course. In these lectures, we focus only on a few key concepts, providing additional context to give you a balanced view of the course material. Your learning outcomes for the unit are in your course pack and reflect the full set of exercises for the week in conjunction with this lesson. Culture, then, is the normative aspects of practices of an organization, often simply explained as the way we do things around here. The culture web shows the ways in which the culture manifests itself, and therefore the aspects that need to be considered and managed when making choices about culture transitions. History sets up lessons, recipes, and cautionary tales that influence decision making. Storytelling is particularly significant. Stories of past successes, like MTN's expansion into the rest of Africa and Middle East at a time when others consider this risky, can shape the way in which people make decisions and justify taking actions in the organization. They give the organization or employees in the organization license based on what has been done in the past. Path dependency, then, refers to the future influences of past decisions. A decision to invest in a technology platform could limit or create opportunities in the future. This was the case with iBurst, whose technology ultimately lost out to the 3GPP standards, GSM, WCDMA, LTE, and beyond, what we colloquially refer to as 2G, 3G, and 4G technologies now, and mobile network operators. Often companies are slow to change in the face of changing environmental conditions, changing technologies, or social economic norms. Dion Wired, for example, missed the shift of purchasing electronic goods to online platforms such as Takealot. Without continued incremental scanning of the environment and continued incremental strategic change, a business can find itself having to make more drastic strategic transformations in order to survive. To recap then, we looked at culture and history and their impact on choices in the organization, therefore strategy. And we talked about path dependency, the way in which previous choices limit or create new opportunities as well in the future. And lastly, I looked at strategic drift, the slow drift away from or slow response of some companies to environmental change, which can precipitate a need for large strategic transformation. And that then brings us to the end of the lesson for this section. Thank you again and look forward to seeing you in the discussion forums. I remind you that at the end of this week, your individual assignments are also due. So good luck with that. Good day.